So what are we doing, Mr. Noah?
We hit a
Ace of the round table. What happened here?
I hit a nail.
Picked up a nail. So where are we at?
Well, we've already ribbed it, so we got that much. Now we need to get these glue.
Little glue plug. Okay.
User glue in there. There is. Wait.
So where are we at on the face of the earth right now?
Oh, we're in Colorado.
You mean we're at Cheyenne Mountain behind NORAD, Colorado?
Yeah, you know that I don't.
Okay.
I hate this part.
Yeah. Don't do it with the gloves. That part you gotta take gloves off. I'm just. All right. Look up. All right. I'm gonna stop recording. I just.
Nah. Okay, I started. Got that.
Hello, Mr. Noah. Ran over a nail while we're here in the national park, national forest, just west of Colorado Springs, Colorado. So they picked us up a nail. So thankfully, being the Boy Scout that I am, and having a toolbox full of tools,
I've done this 1,000 times.
and we've done this 1,000 times. So we're gonna plug the tire. We're gonna put a plug in it. Then once we get it plugged, we're also going to fill it with a can of Fix-A-Flat.
And if we have to, we have a tiny little air pump.
Well, yeah, and then we'll probably have to finish pumping it because it's supposed to have 80 pounds of air in it. We might get it up to 60 or so. But then we're going to have to hand pump it.
That's going to suck, but I will.
Finish filling it up. So if you don't know how to plug a tire,
we do.
You have your T-handle wrench. Put your plug in it. Get a close up here so you can see it. Just put your tire plug in there. Basically what it is cotton string impregnated with rubber. And you want some rubber cement also, because if you don't have rubber cement, it's not going to seal really well.
Nah.
It'll seal without it, but you want to use the cement.
That's with any patch plug.
Yeah, any kind of patch. Whether it be a patch from the inside,
patch from the outside,
car tire, bicycle tire, motorcycle tire, any kind of tire, doesn't really matter. They're all made out of the same rubber, use the same cement.
We have a giant can of it.
So, and here we have a reamer. We've already stuck the reamer in there.
And I've already done that.
What you do here after you pull the nail out, you use this reamer to kind of ream the hole out so you can actually get the plug in it. Throw it through there a few times. Plus, it holds the remaining air that's in the tire. You don't lose 100% of your air because you can actually put a plug in
and lose all your air
with the air still in the tire.
Which I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's still leaking right now.
And hopefully you can actually hear us talking on here.
You can.
Okay, good.
I've done this 1,000 times. You can.
Okay. So we'll put some cement on our plug here. You don't really need a whole lot, but you want enough to fill in the gaps in the hole in the tire.
Mm-hmm.
So as we push this into the hole, the cement will actually work its way through the hole, all the way through, and fill in any gaps that are left from the plug. So you can use a little, you can use a lot. Actually, you can't use too much, so
well,
if you want to dab a bunch on there,
try not.
Alright, I need my gloves now. Grab my gloves. I'm the pink shirt guy.
Pink shirt.
I wear gloves for everything, but when you handle the plug itself, you can't have gloves on because you don't want to get dirt on the plug itself.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be in a hurry. This glue's not going to dry for a little while.
For the glue, at least.
So, pull your reamer out. That's what your reamer looks like.
It's just like a drill bit.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a drill bit with a handle.
You can honestly use a drill bit.
With a handle on it, yeah, you can. So, hopefully this will go in.
It takes a bit.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of effort. Or a lot of effort. Okay, it's in there.
Huh?
It's in there. You don't want to drive it all the way through. You want to have part of your plug sticking out like it is right here. I'm tired, breathing hard. We're like
We're very high up in there.
we're like 8,000-9,000 foot elevation, so there's not a whole lot of air up here.
No.
So you can see, okay, the plug's in there. Both ends of the plug are going to stick out. So basically it doubled itself when you put it in. So we'll pull this tool out and the plug will stay in there now.
We got mosquitoes out now, so it's very annoying. But
So I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's actually
a tiny hole.
There's a tiny little gap in there.
Other than the...
So it basically just pinches it. The plug goes in this tool like this, and you push it in, and then as you pull it out, the plug actually just comes out that little gap in the end.
No.
And here we have a plugged tire.
Pretty much.
We still have a little bit of air in it. It's not completely flat.
No.
So we could actually drive it like this if we have to. But
we get you to a town or a tire shop.
They'll get us to town, it gets to a tire shop. But we have a hand pump. We have a Fix-A-Flat. We're going to inject the Fix-A-Flat into it, so that'll actually help seal it from the inside as well. And then we'll finish pumping it up by hand. So we'll get at least 60 pounds in it. I don't think we're going to get 80 in it, but we'll get 60 is fine. It's fully aired up 80 psi, but if we get 50, 60 in it, we'll be good. All right. So Noah's putting the lug nuts back on. This is taking us a total of about a half an hour. We have all the tools to do it. We've done it enough times.
You know what to grab.
We knew exactly where. That's our tire patch kit. We got everything in there we need for plugging tires.
I have one in a different vehicle.
Yeah, we have another one in our other vehicle. So if you ever find yourself in this situation, you should practice this at home.
Do it with a tire that you don't care about.
Exactly. Do it. You know, if you got
a dry rot tire.
If you got an old tire laying around, or find an old tire,
like the dry rot one that's underneath this truck.
Yeah, like the spare that's underneath this truck that we can't even get out anyway. Practice, because you don't want to learn how to do this when you're out
on the side of the road.
When you're out on a road like we're on right here. We're in the National Forest. We just went.
They're everywhere. And there's people shooting guns right now.
Yeah, there's a couple guys over there shooting guns. They're our friends. We love them. But you're out here by yourself. We have no cell service out here. We're 20 miles from town.
That'd be a long walk.
That'd be a really long walk, and so, you know, be prepared. When you go out on a four-wheeling expedition like this, be prepared.
Like in SnowRunner.
Like in SnowRunner, yeah.
In SnowRunner, you only have to press 4 buttons and you're done.
Yeah, this ain't SnowRunner. You got to do it for real out here.
We've done it enough times, though.
So here we have a can of Fix-A-Flat. If you look on it, it says for large tire. You can get by with a smaller one if you have it, but when you have truck tires like this, you need the large tire size. And this won't completely fill it, but
it'll patch it.
Biggest thing is this seals that hole from the inside. That's my big issue with this. It's got plenty of sealant inside here that it can coat the inside of the tire all the way around. And I already mentioned we will use our hand pump to finish filling the tire to the proper air pressure.
Now put your tire on before you jack it, or otherwise you won't get your tire on.
Yeah, put your tire back on the truck before you inflate it.
Car, truck, Jeep.
Whatever. That way
you don't have to jack it up more.
you don't have to jack it up as high.
And make sure your lug wrench fits, because ours doesn't. The one that's for the truck or one that came with it.
Okay, how does this thing work? Oh, this has a little safety tab on it too I didn't know about. There we go.
It's going in.
It's going in the tire. Also, when you use this Fix-A-Flat, you don't want the weight of your vehicle on this.
I'll show you. Our
Because
jack's,
the jack's
still on it.
The jack's still under there, because if the weight is on the tire, this doesn't go in there as well. It's
basically the weight of the vehicle is pressing down on the tire, which is making more pressure in the tire, which is making it harder for the things to go in it.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but yeah, that's exactly
That's a pretty good
right.
explanation. It's a simple one, at least.
This has to work harder to go in, so.
Which
It's leaking a little bit, but not bad. It's still flowing into the tire, so.
If it was bad, your hand would be covered.
Yeah. Basically, what this is liquid glue.
You could equate it to the, well, what is that spray stuff that?
Well, it's kind of like a 3M aerosol glue.
Yeah, that rubber glue thing is a common thing that people say.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the heck it's called. It's common. I don't remember what the heck it's called.
Yeah, it's just like a liquid glue, basically, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Coats the inside of the tire, and once you put this on, you need to drive it around a little bit, and
it'll circulate it.
It'll flow around all the way around the tire. But the intent is to fix your tire so you can drive it anyway. So you're going to be driving on it. You just want to do it before it dries.
Mm-hmm.
So you drive it at least a mile, and then that'll circulate it all the way around the tire. Yeah, most of it's in there.
Yeah.
It's just about.
Mostly just pump now.
Yeah, it's just about. It doesn't take long, just a few minutes.
You'll hear the can stop.
Yeah, you can. I don't know if you could see it in the video or not, but you can actually see it flowing in.
Yeah, you can kind of. This might be a separate part of it, or it might be the whole extra end of it, because everything else is going to be a lot harder to put together, so.
Yeah, well, you got footage, you can edit. Okay, so it quit flowing, we're done.
You'll quit hearing the can, and you'll see it.
Yeah, I can see it. It's quit flowing. Now I'm going to hold it just for a few more seconds, shake the can just a little bit.
Or you might just do that.
Yeah, there's still. Okay. I don't have a tire gauge with this. That's one thing I don't have.
Yeah.
So I can't tell exactly how much is in it, but I can tell. Once we lower it back down off the jack, you can visually look at the tire and tell if it's. We'll be able to tell it's a little bit low, but it's drivable. Right now, this truck is drivable.
It's drivable. You could easily get to a shop or anything, but any place that you'd have to air up a tire, truck shop, or anything like what we have, because we can air truck tire up like 4 different ways.
You can make it to Les Schwab's, or you can make it to Tires Plus, or whatever.
They can check your tire.
Doing this, and you can get you a tire patch properly, or new tires, whatever you need. But we're back on the road.
Yeah.
And this means we need to make another trip to the auto parts store to buy another can of Fix-A-Flat.
Or Walmart.
Or Walmart, because these are at Walmart. That's the cheapest place to get it. And that's where this came from, Walmart.
Big surprise there.
The tire patch kit, all that came from Walmart. So.
I'm the one who put the bolts on. He's the one who got them off. Because he's the one who originally put them on.
The smallest person in your party is the one who needs to tighten your lug nuts. Because if I tighten the lug nuts, I'm 200 pounds. I'm a little hefty.
I'm 130.
Noah's 130 pounds. If I put these lug nuts on, he can't get them off. So,
not easily, at least.
So he tightens the lug nuts.
I can't get them off easily, is what you should be saying. Because I could probably get them off with a lot of effort. And now we're just going to get the jag off. So. Good enough.
Alright, so here we are using our screw jack with the crescent wrench.
Yep, we don't have all the parts for it, so we just use this.
Yeah, we need to get a new jack because we're missing one of the parts for the crank handle.
And a drop jack's 9 times nicer than this.
Yep. But hey, improvise.
I've done a little van with this before, and I've done it exactly with a crescent wrench because that's what I can get underneath it.
Yep. We got most of the way down. Yeah, look at the tire.
Yeah, you see.
We don't have it quite aired up quite.
It'll get you to town.
It'll get us to town. We just go slow. I would have liked to have got more air in it, but that'll get us to town.
With the little pump we have, it's what we can do.
Yeah. Well, we could have kept working on it and got it. When it's like this, it's extremely difficult to try to air it up with a hand pump.
And tiny little hand pump at that.
Because like we were mentioning earlier, the weight of the truck is on the tire now, so it basically increases the tire pressure.
We could jack it back up, but that sucks doing with this jack.
Yeah.
Two jacks suck.
We'll get to town.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
We'll go to town and we'll air it up.
And somehow, if we really have to, we'll figure out a way to get that thing out. If we have to, which doubt.
Yeah,
and we're recording.
Okay, so we've got a repair done. We don't have quite as much air in it as I would like, but it's safe enough to get us into town. We're gonna drive slow anyway.
We didn't put the thing on it, but
we didn't put the cap on because we're gonna retorque the lug nuts again after we drive it a little bit.
And when you're torquing your lug nuts, put all your body weight in it. Yeah. All of it.
Okay, so we're done. We got the tire on. We're ready to drive to town. Do a final walk around.
He almost lost his glove.
Make sure you have your keys. Make sure you have your cell phone. Most important thing. Don't want to lose that. I almost dropped it. Check. Make sure you don't have anything laying around. Nothing laying on the edge. Nothing laying on the bumper. Nothing laying on your bike rack if you got a bike rack. Check. Look underneath your truck. Make sure you didn't leave your
jack underneath there, tools underneath.
Or your, crescent wrench, any of your tools. Make sure you didn't leave anything underneath there. Make sure you don't leave any trash around. Pick up your trash.
Unlike most people.
There's enough trash around here. Take the trash with you.
And yeah.
All the way around.
Okay.
So we're gonna go all the way around. Okay, we didn't have a wheel chock, so we didn't chock the wheels.
You put in park though.
We put in park, set the parking brake.
Did what we could.
The wheel chock is back in our storage unit. We didn't bring it. We forgot it. So we'll walk all the way around your vehicle. And you can check to see if you did any other damage while you came down that rough ass road too, man. We bottomed out a couple times, but we didn't damage anything. There's some scrapes on the frame underneath and probably the trailer hitch, but no body damage.
Anymore.
Yeah, any more than what was already on here when we got the truck. Alright, thorough walk around. Just check for everything.
You have two people, one underneath, one over the truck.
Make sure you have 2 cell phones if you have 2 people. Make sure you didn't drop your wallet on the ground, or your flashlight, or your Leatherman tool. Like right here, we got flashlight, we got Leatherman tool.
We have a headlight lamp too.
Make sure you don't leave any of those things. Alright, let's go to town.
Yeah.